of philosophies, man, ideas that people brought forth, okay, are their own backside, okay? It's not the same thing as, you know, striking a hammer to an iron, which is practical, okay, and it has practical applications. Like making a battery or something, there's a practical application. That has nothing to do with theories, man, okay? So it says that, so they are the light bearer, and the scripture says that what? They've fallen down to the ground. Okay, now we know through the book of Job, pretty much Job, the first chapter, you find out that Satan himself, he works for the Most High. That's where you can get scriptures like 2 Samuel 1 and 6, the Lord killeth and maketh alive, because he will send Satan out there and put people to death. Okay, or he will send an angel out there and make it to where someone is revived from death. Okay, so the Most High is in control of both life and death. Okay, so that means to say he hasn't thrown Satan out there somewhere in Satan's rebellion. Okay, because that will make it to where the Most High is not above Satan. Come on, man, this is simple. Okay, this is simple mathematics. If the Lord is above death and evil, okay, that means to say he's got control over death and evil. Okay, so that means ultimately he creates death and evil. The scripture says that what? The Most High has created the wicked, okay, for the day of evil. He created the wicked. Okay, and they're falling down from a state of grace right now because they had this great empire, you know, Britain and America, and they fell down from that prominence. Okay, so the scripture says what? Lucifer, the light bearer, look, falling down to the ground. Simple things, man. Okay? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit upon the mount of the congregations and the sides of the north, I will ascend into the heights of the clouds, I'll be like the Most High. And that's what they have said through their theories, man. Big Bang Theory. The Lord doesn't exist. This is a theory. This is BS, man. Evolution. When the scripture tells you that the Most High made man perfect, here it is, they're coming out with some garbage, and people just believe that, okay? Because they understandably, they'll have some high-tech computer, and you use a computer, man, you be confounded. How the hell did this man think to put these things together? And then he will have it to where the same science, okay, that goes into making that computer is coupled with some Big Bang Theory. You actually, you know, you get seduced into those different things, man. Okay, but it ain't the same thing, man. One is proven and practical, the other is unproven and unpractical, and it goes against everything that the scripture says. There's nothing wrong with science, okay, but there's everything wrong with every theory that comes up against what the Lord has set up, okay? Let's carry on here. It says, so they had it to where they basically having it to where they shall ascend into the heights of the clouds, and trying to be like the Most High, okay, trying to be like God, okay? And it says, and yet thou shalt be brought down to the ground, to hell. Yeah, that's where people go bugging out now. They shall be brought down to the grave, man. That's what the hell means. I believe that word is sha'al. Is it sha'al? I forget what word it is, but it just means the grave, man, to the pit, okay, to a lower state, okay, to the sides of the pit. Even goes to sell you to the sides of the pit, okay. And they that see these shall narrowly look upon these. So where are these people that can see the spiritual demon Satan and they're narrowly looking upon the spiritual demon Satan? Come on, son. Okay, and consider saying, is this the man that made the whole earth to tremble and did shake nations, and that made the world as a wilderness, destroyed cities? Okay, all right, that opened up the house of the prisoners. This was people that did that, man. Okay, when we had sentences during the times of the judges and the kings and the Israelites, when we was ruling, the sentences was via the scriptures. No way did it say a man's supposed to be locked up forever and ever and ever. That's just a total waste of space. Here did you go to where you got miles of prisons within the world and people are just locked up in there forever and ever. That's not biblical, man. Okay, if a man commit adultery, death. Covetousness, you know, the sentence applicable to that. Okay, idolatry, I believe the sentence was death. Okay, but via the law of the Spirit, we committed all those iniquities. Via the law of the Spirit, we was grafted back in. Oh, Barakatha Yahweh Bashim outside for that. Okay, we was grafted back in on account of what? Mercy. Okay, but this man is merciless. So guess what? He's going to receive a merciless punishment, which is his whole nation being clean wiped off the face of the earth. Okay. Now let's jump and finish this up within the book of Obadiah. Okay, the book of Obadiah, closing scripture. 18th verse. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau shall be for stubble, and they shall kindle in them, they shall devour them, and they shall not be remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. Okay, so that's what we look forward to, us, the men of the Lord. Okay, our enemies being our main enemy and our enemies being destroyed. Okay, but our main enemy being removed from the earth, us being put into a princely position of rulership, being a nation of priests, kings and priests, and righteous too. Okay, and being these things, guess what? We're gonna be doing nice, man. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honor to your brother to be pushing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.